Hi everybody, Chris here. I want to follow up on our video yesterday about the Mounjaro 170% price increase in the UK. Here's my concern. I am the administrator of a Facebook group called Mounjaro Support Group. We have over 22,000 members, so that really gives me a pulse on the Mounjaro community and what they're reacting to. Over half the group is from the UK. So I have a good visibility into the reactions going on there. And here's my big concern. A lot of posts talking about quitting Mounjaro because it's getting too expensive. So I want to give you some reasons not to quit. It's your decision. I support you whatever you do. But it's not as simple as a price decision. We have to look at the true cost. So for you to make your decision, these are the things I want you to think about. The value, you have to place a dollar value on your health. How much dollar value are you willing to allocate to your health? Also, how long you live, your lifespan. We're going to talk about that. How much do you value that? How much do you value being free from compulsion? For me, I've experienced great freedom from food noise, the constant thoughts about eating and what should I eat and where should I go, and maybe I should count calories, and maybe I should be vegan, and maybe I should be keto, and all that insanity that goes in your head. What's the value of being free from that? What would be the cost of all of the metabolic diseases that result from obesity? We'll talk about that. And then who's dependent on you? How valuable is that? And then how do we respond? Do we need to just roll over on this, or are there constructive actions we can take to try to stop this while also taking care of our health? Let's go back to the beginning here. I know a bunch of you were shocked by a 170% increase. I understand. I'm a teacher. I'm modest income. I relate to how much $100, $200, $300 a month can affect your budget. I mean, that can just blow you away. You have to make some hard choices. But my concern is that maybe everybody's overreacting and undervaluing what Mounjaro has brought in their life. So before you quit, I want you to think about some things. And here they are. First, health is wealth. I know it's a cliche, but it's so true. Health is wealth. That's the basis, that's the foundation of a good, happy life. You can have everything else, but if you don't have your health, it's hard to enjoy it. So health is really priceless, and we have to factor that in. And remember, it's also not just about your lifespan, but your health span. There's a big difference between enjoying your life at a healthy weight and enjoying your life, or trying to enjoy your life 100, 150, 200, 250, 300 pounds overweight. That may seem like an exaggeration, but it's not. Of our 20,000 members, we're talking about people who've lost over 200 pounds due to Mounjaro. So it's difficult to enjoy your life when you're grossly overweight, and then even more difficult if you were then battling diseases, high blood pressure, fatty liver, heart conditions, back problems, joint problems, hip problems, fatty liver. It all starts stacking up. That's the insidious nature of obesity. It's just an avalanche of problems that it creates. So we've got to think about our lifespan and our health span, enjoying our life more and being free from metabolic diseases, or at least dramatically reducing the diseases that we get and the severity of it, reducing the probability of cancers related to obesity. It's massive. It just is massive. Let's talk about freedom from food noise and compulsion. Most of you're like me. Your brain is just, when I'm off Mounjaro, I just get barraged by constant food thoughts all over the place. Constant suggestions. You need a snack. You need to do this. You need to do that. Don't do this, but do that, but do this. maybe if I did this, but not this, or maybe if I just did a little bit of this, I could do this. And, you know, maybe if I go run 12 miles, then I can have a pizza. You know, it is so nice to be freed from that insanity. And that freedom from food noise and compulsion is really valuable. It's very valuable to the quality of your life. And there is some cost savings in the change of eating habits. Where I live, fast food's very expensive. You go to McDonald's, you spend $15 just on yourself. So without the constant food noise, stopping at a convenience store, blowing $5 on a soda and a candy bar, without constantly doing that stuff, I am saving hundreds of dollars a month. So that does contribute. Maybe you're not as bad as I was as far as fast food and convenience stores, but I'm saving a lot of money on Mounjaro. And then your family needs you. Obesity can kill you. I mean, that's just the bottom line. It can shorten your life and can kill you, or can cause you to go on disability and lose your income. You know, as a teacher, I'm supporting my family. My family needs me and they need my income. And so in order to work and provide for my family, I've got to be alive and I got to be healthy. So Mounjaro is part of what's keeping this machine active and working and being productive. So there is a lot of economic value to that. So for most of us, if you add up all these things, I'm not saying the price increases fair or reasonable, but it still is worth it for me to sacrifice in order to be able to take this drug. But that doesn't mean you have to just roll over. There's people in my Mounjaro support group who are circulating petitions, who are sharing how they're contacting their representatives, local politicians. And those are the things. We just need to be relentless about this, because I think too many people see this as a cosmetic drug about your appearance. And although I do love the improvements that are coming as I lose weight, that's not what it's about at this stage of my life. My wife is stuck with me no matter what I look like. But what this is about is health and freedom from disease. Our culture hasn't caught up with our understanding yet. So part of this is an opportunity to educate people and see how it's in everybody's best interest for millions of people to get healthy. That's only going to help all of us. And the government's got to step in and provide access to people that's reasonable and accessible to everybody out there. We've got to make this happen. This has to be a priority. All right. Thanks for listening. Hang in there. Keep fighting. Make the sacrifice to continue taking care of yourself. Appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. There's going to be a lot of useful information about Mounjaro and also my use of AI in conjunction with Mounjaro. So like and subscribe so you can get more, and I'll see you online.